KMC 339 Dudley Road, New Star Radio 98.7 FM, Breakthrough Studios, and Reggae Jam.
Good afternoon. How you doing? Welcome to another program in the series of What's on Your Mind. The program is produced by Breakthrough TV at gmail.com. I am Carl. This is a live stream. Let me say thank you for tuning into the program. How you doing? Hope all is well with you guys. As you know, this program is about what's on my mind or what's on your mind. I'll look at a few things that's happening around the world, cast my own opinion and tell you what's on my mind about it. Not everything, but I do some of those. And then I go into what I call my rant. Got a lot of chat this afternoon as well. I want to say once again, thank you for tuning in. The program, as I say, is produced by Breakthrough TV. And I got to say, this is also a very, very special program. And it's dedicated to my mother. My mother left us in 6th of July 2016, and as I say, this doesn't happen very often, you know what I mean? So I'm going to dedicate this program to my wonderful mother, wonderful lady who traveled to the UK many, many years ago. I think she was probably the third person in the immediate family to travel to the UK. I think there was my Auntie Tina, and there was Brother George, and I think then there was my mother, and then there's a wonderful lady in Canada. I think she probably did before or just after my mother. Wonderful lady in Canada, Ruth, wonderful lady, Miss G. Yes, she came to England and then she went to Canada. So let me say, also I'll be looking at a few of Bob Marley's words later on in the program. Some wonderful words that Bob Marley used. Do you ever listen to Bob Marley words or what he says? So I'm going to recap on some of those wonderful words in the program that Bob Marley actually used. Yeah. Anyway, what's been happening around the world? A lot of stuff been happening around the world. And the big one is in the UK. Now, Boris Johnson has actually, wow, what's happening there? Boris Johnson has actually lost his Chancellor and the Health Secretary. Yeah. That is very, very tough. You know what I mean? That is very, very tough. You lost one of your top man because the Chancellor is like the top man, isn't he? He's like the top guy. He runs everything. He do all the finance. So that's what you need to do. And how can you lose your Chancellor in a time like now? There's so many things that's gone so expensive. They've got the cost of living crisis. You can't. How can you lose your top man at a time like this? I mean, you know, it's one of them ones, isn't it? And a lot of people are also calling for Boris to resign. I don't know if he's gonna resign because you know the thing. I've said this many times. It's hard to remove a sitting prime minister when he's in power. So it's not going to be easy to remove Boris Johnson. So, and he was elected. So it's not going to be very easy to sort of remove him. But a lot of people, you know, I mean, you remember when there was Partygate, and there was the time before he went and see the Queen, when he was, you know, allegedly, you know, wasn't telling the right thing. And what's been happening this week and the last couple of weeks, and then he went off to the Ukraine, and then he come back, and you know what I mean? It's one of them ones, isn't it? It's just one of them ones. You just don't know what's going to happen next. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. You know what I mean? Let me have a look at my next story. I need to put my glasses on here because I gotta do this properly. My next story. Now, an African-American man has been shot 60 times by police in Ohio. And body cam from the police that police has released has actually 8 police officers actually killed this man who was involved in a shooting. Allegedly he had a gun. Now, it is said that he had a gun. However, the family lawyer has said, the team has said, there's no evidence of him having a gun. And when he was actually running away from these police officers, and they actually shoot him in the back. Yeah. So, is that murder? Yes. But as I say, if we see this happening so many times again, and they say he was actually running away from the police officer, and he was, you know, shot in the back. You know what I mean? So many bullets. He was 60 times they find bullets in this man. I mean, you don't have to kill somebody. You don't have to put so many bullets in a man if he's running away. But the police have also got they said they actually saw him. He was in a car and he throws the gun out and all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? But this one is gonna run and run and run for a little while. And you know, it's one of them ones. It's one of them ones again. And again, we see it happening to an African American. An African American. We see it how many times over the years, and we don't know when it's gonna end or what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? So one of them ones. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, my next story is now dozens of people have been rescued from a church in Nigeria, in Ondo, Nigeria. Now, what happened here? A lot of people was abducted. This is another thing we also see. A lot of people was abducted, and they was waiting for the second coming. Yes. Police has released at least 77 people. This also includes children. Now, you know how I feel about children. I've told you this many times before. And I don't know why people are still getting involved in this. These things have been predicted for so many years. There was actually supposed to be, was supposed to be happening in April. However, it was changed to September. So the second coming was supposed to be coming in September. Brainwash or what? And we see this again. This is the same thing that we keep seeing all the time over the years. We've seen it many years ago with Jim Jones somewhere. We also see this last year with a guy called Simit in Jamaica. It's the same thing that keeps going on. And people getting brainwashed all the time. And the other thing I don't understand, why does people, or why does the parents sort of get their children in this sort of thing again? And as I say, the pastor and his number two is being arrested. And we see what the trial will bring later on. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, go back to the United States. 5 African American women and children, girls, were murdered every day in 2020. The national gun statistic has increased. And during the pandemic, African American women and African American children suffered badly. And this is actually a statement coming from The Guardian, has the data on this. You can check that out to yourself. And as I say, it's one of the ones that you just keep rolling on. And compared to the U.S. Caucasian population, you know what I mean, there are likely 4 times more violence towards African American women and children compared to the Hispanics and the Caucasian population in America. We hope some laws or something happens to sort these out and bring those figures down. And so, because at the time of the pandemic, this figure, we're going back to 2020. We don't know what it is. These figures just coming out, and we don't know exactly the data for 2022. But I'm sure very soon, probably next year, we're probably halfway in the year now, the data for 2022 will actually comes out. And I said these data, as I say, goes back to 2020. And I said 5 African American women and children were murdered every day in the United States. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, my next story comes to London. 100 takes part in a vigil for a young lady. She was walking home from work, going home in the afternoon, and she was murdered. Zara Elena, yes, as I say, was going home, and she was murdered by a man. The man is now in custody, and we see this again in the UK, where a woman is being murdered again. And I know a lot of women over the couple of years has actually talked about this. And even last year and this year, we see a big campaign in London, you know what I mean, to protect the rights of women, or stopping this sort of thing can happen. And we hope this will actually sorted out, and more women coming together to stop this sort of stuff. And I know the police are doing very best they can. You know what I mean, considering the circumstances of what is happening. You know what I mean. So we hope that wonderful lady, as I say, you don't want to be walking home at night or in the evening or gone out or something like that, and somebody, you know what I mean, doing this to you. You know what I mean. And this is in the capital city of England. Yeah. So don't forget, as I say, to like, share, and subscribe. Now, my next story takes me to Jamaica. Jamaica. Yes. Going around the road today. Now, the Jamaican Prime Minister, yes, he actually visited that wonderful lady you see there, Miss McKnight. And Miss McKnight is the mother of Kamisha Wright. Kamisha Wright was murdered by a young man. And there's a lot of things going on with this case. But however, the Jamaican minister, Prime Minister Holness, says, and he warns against ignoring violence behavior. I think what he means is ignoring violent behavior towards possibly family members or retaliation where the family of the person who actually committed the crime. So that's what he's actually saying, And I hope this is another mass murder that we actually see in Jamaica. A lot of people don't want to call it mass murder. What it is, call it what it is. When it happens, you got to call it what it is. You can't say it's happening in one country and say it has happened in another country. So you have to just call it what it is. Remember the word, you know what I mean? Remember, Black Lives Matter. Yes. So when we talk about Black Lives Matter, even though we don't sort of, Black Lives Matter. So we got to step up and say, Black Lives Matter and all this kind of thing that happening, we have to find a way to deal with it. And at the same time, moving to the next story this story is actually tied in with this story. Now, Rashane Bennett, attorney, is questioning whether her client offered freely volunteer, because he actually volunteered and confessed to the killing or the murder. So her lawyer is actually questioning this and say, did the police force him or what sort of thing is happening? As I say, Barnett is actually charged with the murder of Kamisha Wright. So we'll see what happens. It says there's been a lot of stuff going on that as well, because there's also the case where a video has actually circulated. Now, I'm going to talk about that a little later on. A video have actually circulated about Barrett, who is allegedly commit this murder. And now this video is actually circulated, and the video was actually taken when he was being questioned. Now this video has actually gone on social media, and it's gone all around the world. So that is also another one to watch. Yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. I want to say a big shout out to all you guys up there who tuning in from the United States. Girlene Williams, how you doing? I know you're a big supporter of the program. Also, Hector, how you doing, sir? Also, all you guys over there in Canada, let me say thank you for supporting the program. I don't lie to you. And we keep getting more and more support all the time. Tell your friends, tell your mother, tell your brother, tell your sister, and share the thing. You know what I mean? Share the thing. This is like a thing that we do which we enjoy. We don't make anything out of it. You know what I mean? But if you help us and help us to build the thing, you know what I mean, and share the thing about it, you know what I mean? And also, man, hold on, make help for money. No, that's not happening. We do this voluntarily and we don't make anything out of it. You know what I mean? So, and we like what we do. You know what I mean? And it's Breakthrough TV. So we actually getting this TV channel going out. And if you want to come and take part in it, you're invited to come and take part in the programs that we do here. You know what I mean? You're invited to come and have a chat with us. You can be invited to come and talk with us. I must say, or you can come on Zoom, or we can telephone you wherever you are in the world, you know, and we can hook you up. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Friday Program. This is a new thing, and a lot of you are not sort of used to this yet. And don't forget, we're not CNN, or we're not the BBC. It's totally different here. You know what I mean? Or we can say we can WhatsApp you, and we can phone you, and we can Zoom you, and we can get you straight into our studio. So give us a call. You know what I mean? And hook us up. Go to breakthroughtv@gmail.com. and try and take part in the program. This is a platform. It's a wonderful platform that you can actually take in. You know what I mean? And I must say, I apologize for my, which last week I announced that I was having a guest, you know what I mean? And because this is a live program, she actually was unable to come this week. So we must apologize for that, you know what I mean? And this is what happens when you've got a live program, you see. Um, it's not the program is planned, but because it's a live program, we're doing it right here now. I'm here right now. I'm not anywhere else. In the next hour I'll be gone, or the next less than an hour I'll be gone. But I'm here right now. So when you actually do the live program, it's and you invite somebody in, and it turn out not to turn up again. You know what I mean? It's sort of like, you know what I mean, a little bit disappointing, but because it's live, then we have to just carry on like I'm doing here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can also, I think, want to say big shout out to all you guys who on Facebook as well. Also, big shout out to all you guys who said, send me messages, you know what I mean, on Facebook as well. Let me say thank you for, you know what I mean, sending me those wonderful messages. And also, those messages about my mother, you know what I mean. Let me say thank you as well, you know what I mean. I say my mother was actually a great person, fantastic lady, you know what I mean. You did great. One of the cleverest, I know you got to say this when it's your mother, isn't it? But my mother was such a clever lady. You couldn't believe it. She knows the history of the world, you know, no matter what subject it is. And I know my brother will agree with me this. No matter what subject she touch on or you touch on, she will tell you about it. And it's not no, she'll tell you the facts from the Bible to politics, to religion, to the Romans, to the histories, anywhere, to geography, to science. She knew it. I've never met anybody like her in my whole life. And I got to tell you, some of her knowledge actually rose onto me, you know what I mean? Because I am here. And I also get a lot of my influence actually from my mother, because she was so knowledgeable. The other thing that was makes my mother so very, very clever is that she read like nobody's business. You know, like I must not read. Even though I don't read as much as I should do. She reads like nobody's business. She just had so many books. And that's where she actually gains her knowledge from over the years. And as I say, any subject you talk about, she was right on it. You know what I mean? Very, very clever woman. And as I say, the other thing she always reminds me of is that makes me look older, make me sound older. She always says to me, Nelson Mandela was 1 year older than her. That's what she always. So the other said, the why I'm actually mentioning my mother today is that she died the 6th of July 2016. And you don't get the opportunity to sort of do this. It's not going to happen in the next couple of years again, you know what I mean, to be broadcasting at the same time and my mother passing at the same time. So that is why I actually say big respect to her and all our wonderful family. Don't forget to say to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Yeah. Let me move on. Now, a teenager dad is wanting in the connection of Miss Nelson death. Miss Nelson was shot in Denham Town, Jamaica, Kingston. Her boyfriend was sort of what you call say was on the list of person of interest. However, police has also asked the teen dad to turn himself in. One Brandon Kings High, Kingston 4. So, as I said, that is a young girl, and we did talk about that story last week, where she was shot in Denham Town. And as I said, she's a very, very young mother. I think she's only 17, you know. And when you see that sort of thing happen, it's just, you know, it burns you to the core, yeah? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. I want to talk about, takes me to sports. Now, sports, the British Grand Prix. British Grand Prix came to Silverstone this week. Now, that was a race because it was a crash in the race. And don't know what was happening there. I gotta say, and we haven't talked about Lewis Hamilton a lot in our program this session of our program. But Lewis Hamilton came third, so he gets in third place, which is absolutely good to see. Maybe he's on his way back. You know what I mean? Carlos Sainz wins the actual race. So maybe I say Lewis Hamilton is actually back on track or on his way. It'd be good to see if he's back on track. You know what I mean? Because I think he's actually had a lot of trouble with the car. You know, and then he was at home, so it's good to see that. I gotta say, Max Verstappen was actually he was booed all weekend. Yes, he was booed all the weekend. Now, The other thing about this as well, which is very good. You see, when people's got good heart and clean heart. Now, Lewis Hamilton actually discouraged this. You know what I mean? And we know the battle that Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen got into last year when, they take the race from Lewis Hamilton and give it to Max Verstappen. That's what we're gonna say. So, as I say, Lewis Hamilton, he didn't encourage the training. He says people shouldn't. He said people shouldn't boo him, which is actually good. I said when you got a good heart and a clean heart, that's what you do. You don't follow the rest. You know what I mean? So that's great. Good to see that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Let me move on now. Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling has donated over $3 million in gear to Marvelly football club in Jamaica. Raheem Sterling usually to play there before he actually comes to the UK and play for Man City and England. So it's good to see he actually donates to his old club and helping all those youngsters to get moving and doing very, very good. Now, I must tell you something as well. While I'm talking about it, it'll be good if we see more people from pop stars to footballers, all these people donating more money and helping their community or helping other people, no matter where it is over the world. Now, I got to tell you a story. There's a player who actually plays for Liverpool. And what he actually said, came across this a couple of weeks ago, and I should have done this a while, but it just coincided in this story totally now. And he plays for Liverpool. And this player, he actually says, many years, he says, he had a cracked phone. He was walking with a cracked iPhone. What we call mash up. And then a lot of people were saying, oh, why are you walking with an iPhone like that, which is cracked? Why don't you get a new this and get a new that and get a new that? Now his answer was, I don't need to do that, he says. He says, I come from Africa. And I'm helping my people in Africa. He says, and I thought, fantastic. He says, I don't need to have a Ferrari. I make enough money. I don't need to have the big house. I make enough money. I don't need to have the castle. I don't need to have the diamond rings or the watch. I make enough money. What I do, I actually help my people. I used to play football with no shoes on my feet. I've been hunger. I know what it's like to be hunger. I know what it's like to not wear clothes that I really, really like. I know what it's like to be training and sacrifice to get where I am. So in the end, all these riches mean nothing to me. All these riches, I will actually take it and help my community, help my people to do better, to improve themselves so they can have things that I had to suffer not having when I was growing up. And I said, that is absolutely fantastic. Big shout out to that wonderful man who actually, that football player who actually, can't quite remember his name. His name won't come into my head at the moment. This is a live stream, don't forget. And as I say, it is actually marvelous to see that when somebody actually do that. And I've always thought now, I'm going down this road now. Now I've always thought like, we see a lot of stars, what we call so-called stars, all over social media. Now, we see a lot of stars, and they make a lot of money. A lot of them make a lot of money. No names in individual. And some of them, not all of them, because some of them do put it back into their own community. But a lot of them go and fly in the desert. And they have big party in the desert. Yes. And a lot of their communities are suffering. Some of them got whole heap of money, so much money that it's ridiculous. A lot of their community are suffering. You would think some of them would have the sense or the decency to put back some of those money in their community. A lot of them going to spend a whole lot of money on girls. Yes. a lot of them do that. It's the reality, isn't it? It's the reality. Now somebody said to me then, so I remember somebody said to me a couple of months ago, I said, well, Carl, if they're making that amount of money, it's their money, so they can do what is they want with it. There's nothing wrong with that. And I wouldn't dispute that. or if you're making a money, you should take time and go and do it and enjoy yourself. But you can still enjoy yourself anyway when you have that sort of money. So I think it'd be good if a lot of these so-called stars or pop stars or whatever they are, what they call themselves, you know what I mean, they sort of help other people. Look where we are now. Look, you know, look at the sort of cost of living crisis that is actually happening all over the world. You know what I mean? And if they sort of, you know, get it together and sort of help their community, it will be very, very good. Yeah. Let me say thank you for tuning in to Breakthrough Review. And as I say, if they need to come and help, you know what I mean? You can even come and help this program, Breakthrough TV, because we're actually on our legs to get this program up and get it where we want to get it. So you can also make a donation to this television program, yes, to get better, so we can talk to a lot of people more, so we can get more programs together, so we can get what we call a British, African, Caribbean television station going. That is our aim. Nothing's wrong with that. Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Let me say thank you. Now let me move on. Now, Kanye West, entertainment. Kanye West. Let me start with Kanye West. Kanye West made a surprising appearance at the BET 2022. And he actually came and presents an award to his very, very good friend, Sean Diddy Combs. Yes. Now his face was actually covered in a mask and glasses. And yeah, as you can see, you can look at him. Now, I gotta tell you, there's a young man. I gotta laugh. This is not new to Kanye West. I wonder, if I say that, he's probably going to sue me. You see, this young man actually did this long before Kanye West did it. See if you recognize this young man. Who is that? This young man did it long before Kanye West. See, that young man is yours truly. This was me. This was me in 2020. I know. My producer is saying, you mad. Thank you, producer. See, so that is nothing new. So somebody always sort of, I'm not saying Kanye West did it, somebody always sort of take your ideas, you know what I mean, and turn it how they want to. But I was doing that in 2020. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Thank you. Yeah, that's your truly, you see. That is your truly there. The only bit I haven't got covered is this bit up here. But you see, I got my glasses on, got my mask, I got my hat, I got my, you can't even see my neck because I got my my turtleneck on. You know what I mean? And I got my hoodie on. Actually, what I just did there, I have just finished running, because you know I jog regular. I have just actually finished running. So, as I say, somebody always take your ideas and turn it to the way. Yeah? Thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, the legendary Bob Marley. Now, have you ever listened to Bob Marley's music? Yes, of course you have. Have you ever listened to Bob Marley's phrase? Yeah, of course you have. Now, Bob Marley makes such fantastic tunes over the years. Absolutely marvelous. And his phrasing, or what you call his phrase, can actually serve us as a reminder and a daily reminder of a lot of things. Now, let me start with this one. Don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about a little thing. Everything is going to be all right. I must get that right. Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is going to be all right. That's Bob Marley. Yes. The next one is one love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. Yes. There's also this one is emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. One good thing about music, when it hits, you feel no pain. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Now, this is also another good one. I think this is actually taken from an address that was given at the United Nations. Until the philosophy which holds one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited. Everywhere is war. Yes. We got a mind of our own. So go to hell if what you think is not right. Words from the legendary Bob Marley. Those who fight and run away live to fight another day. Yes. Only your friends knows your secret, so only he could reveal it. All fantastic words from Bob Marley. And I say it can allow you to sort of feel positive about yourself, or it can allow you to use it daily and remind them. But see, a lot of people wrote very, very good songs with very, very good words in them. And I like a lot of the words that a lot of people wrote over the years with very, very good songs, with very good sounds. The trouble is, half of us take any notice of it. Half of us take any notice of those words. But some other words we'll take care. We sort of take a great deal of listening to. Yes. Don't forget to say, to like, share, and subscribe to your brother. Finally, you just can't live that negative way. Yeah. If you know what I mean, make way for a positive day. Thank you. Words from Mr. Legendary Bob Marley. I thought I'd do that this week because Bob in entertainment. And it's good to do that sometimes, you know what I mean? So I thought I'd just find some positive words from Bob Marley and put it into our program. Yeah. Now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. I want to say, if it's your birthday today, let me say happy birthday. And don't forget, if it's your birthday, you want to give a shout, text us. Yeah. Do it a week before, because I said this is a live program. We can do it here. Send us. We're gonna try and give you a number, and if it's your birthday, we'll give you a big shout out on this program. Yes, or if it's your anniversary, we'll give you a big shout out on this program, or whatever it is going on. We actually will give you a big shout out on this program, and the number is coming up on the screen. You'll see the number somewhere on the screen, and take the number down and get in touch with the program. You know what I mean? And say this is not for us. This is also for you. You know what I mean? I'll say thank you for tuning in to the program. Yeah. So and say it's breakthroughtv@gmail.com. So you can actually get in touch with it anytime you like, and say whatever on whatever occasion you have. And if you want anything you want to talk about, you can come into the studio and have a chat with us, or you can, as I said before, just keep reminding you. I know there's why I'm repeating this again. I know there's different people switching on all the time because we can see this ourselves. You know what I mean? So this is why I'm reminding you again. So if you hear me repeat myself, I know there's also different people tuning into this program at different times. You know what I mean? I said don't forget this is a live stream, and once the program is finished, it is still there on YouTube. You know what I mean? So you can go and watch it again. And we got a lot of people who's actually tuning into the program when we actually come off here. You'll be amazed. Yeah, right. Let me move on now. Africa. Let's talk about Africa now. An African exhibition comes to the Victoria and Albert Museum, and that came in the weekend, and it shows fantastic art from Africa, fantastic design, beautiful arts and culture, and it's like one of the top shows exhibition that actually comes to the Victoria and Albert Museum in London. So. And that it started last week, and those designs in it are fantastic. You know, the people in it are fantastic. And if you get a chance, go and check it out. You know, I mean, this is not an advertise for anybody, but it's when it happens, you just got to say it. You know, I mean, when it's something, and they say it's highlighting African arts and, you know, I mean, African culture and African treasures and the clothes. Because I've actually been invited to what do you call it, an African night, yes. And I've been thinking, what am I supposed to wear? You know what I mean? Because I can't go like this. I can't go with my suit and tie and all the rest of it. I have got very, very good African friends, but I haven't seen them for a while. You know what I mean? That's all because of COVID. So I've been actually thinking, what should I wear to this this African party that I've been invited to? So I saw some of these wonderful clothes now, and I think there's also some more clothes on the next screen actually, and for men. You know what I mean? And also it's actually marvelous. So I'm gonna sort of check it out and see what I can sort of buy, you know what I mean, or what I can sort of get into and do. When my African party come up, I'll go and check it out, yes? So, as I say, go and check that exhibition out. As I say, and it's, once again, it's in the Victoria and Albert Museum in actually London. Yeah, well done. Thank you. Don't forget to say, to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Wow. Thank you for tuning in. Now, oh dear me. Oh dear me. How many times have you heard me talk about this? Now, my rant, the second coming. Yes. Now, the second coming was predicted thousands and thousands of years ago. Now, as I say, which was one of my stories in the early part of this program, Nigeria, in a little place called Ondo. Yes, people have been taken, they've been what you call abducted by a Christian organization. It's a Christian Pentecostal, yes, organization. And they've been abducted, waiting for the second coming. The second coming, they was waiting from April. It was supposed to be coming April. Then they moved it to, I think it was September further down in the year. Now, children was involved. Now, I gotta say, some places in the world are very, very, very Christianic. Yes, nothing wrong with that. Not knocking it. Now, people been waiting for the second coming for years and 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 thousands of years, and it hasn't come yet. Right? I'm not gonna dispute that because I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. See where I'm going with that? So when you taken people, lock them up, and say you're waiting for the second coming, what is going on there? What is going on there? It shouldn't be happening. And people shouldn't get brainwashed by these so-called organizations. Yeah. And I don't know what's happening. Christian, sorry, my apologies, shouldn't say that. I won't say that. Different group does it. I won't say that. It's not just one group does it. Different group have done this over the years. Yeah. And I don't know why this keeps happening. And as I said, they do it with children. And as I said, that's been preached for many, many years. So why do you keep, it's not gonna happen now. Nobody's gonna happen. Nobody knows when Jesus is coming back. Nobody knows. It doesn't tell you the exact date. It doesn't tell you the exact time. So none of us knows. So, how can we, or how can people be brainwashing other people to telling them that the second coming is coming sometime this year? I mean, I remember many, many years ago, a lot of people were saying the world was going to end 1999, right? There was the millennium bug. That didn't happen. So nobody knows. And this is a serious, serious thing that's happening. And I said, the other thing is, I keep saying that you can't keep brainwashing people. And this always seems to be the poor people get involved in the poor people, the vulnerable people that they do this. You know, they capture people, they take people want to do what I want to do. One up in the chain involved. Time at least one. Subscribe to the program. Thank you. I don't know if this is a blunder, but some people say it is a blunder. My next rant. Some people say it's a bit of a blunder. As I said, don't forget to like and share to the program. Now, wow. Now, Bennett. The police was questioning Barnett, my apologies, Barnett in Jamaica, who is allegedly involved in that massacre. Now, he's actually confessed. Also, he's confessed. Let me apologize for my mic. I think my mic's gotten playing up a little bit, so let me apologize for that. So he's actually confessed. Now, his lawyer wants to know, did he do it voluntary, as we say. But that is one part of the story. The other part of the story is that, now, a video has circulated on social media all around the world. And it shows this man being questioned by the police from where he is, the JPS. Yeah. Now, where's this coming from? Where's the pictures coming from? Did they have a camera in the room? Did the police have the JPs? Did the JPs have a camera on them? This has been circulated around social media. Now this is a blunder, because this will probably affect the case. So, you just don't know sometimes what is sort of happening or what is. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. And I said this is like a big, big blunder. You know what I mean? This guy has been shown, been questioned by the JPs, and it's circulated all around the world. And in such a serious case, how can this be right? How did they allow that to happen? How did they allow this sort of thing to happen? You know what I mean? And I can't sort of comprehend it. You can't sort of comprehend when you see things like that going on. This, as I said, this is going to affect the case. You know what I mean? I think as well they were saying like they actually stripped this person naked. You know what I mean? And I said the video is circulating all around the world, and I don't know if it's still on social media. And I said whatever this man is accused of, whatever is you know what I mean, is done. Everyone has to have a fair trial. So when you see things like that, it's just going to affect what is going on. It's going to affect the trial. And I said the JP, whoever they are, they make a big, you know what I mean? They make a big boo-boo. You know what I mean? Big boo-boo. Big boo-boo. And a lot of people as well is talking about this case. A lot of people saying that, I think. I know it's a terrible thing. And he's probably become a victim now. The other thing as well I want to say about this case as well is that, what about the victims in this case? You know what I mean? We see a lot of things, but we want to see what is going on about the victim in this case. You know what I mean? And social media is hype with all this and that. Well, we need to take in consideration the victims that get massacred in this case. The 5 people that get massacred in this case. Yeah? And And some of the thing that is going on social media and all, the hype and the this and the that, just because a couple of people want a few more views. You know what I mean? What is the world is turning into? What is this world is turning into? You know what I mean? As I say, it grieves me when you actually see things like this. You know what I mean? What is the world turning to? You know what I mean? And I say, well, we hope some justice is, will come out of this. And it actually turns out to be like, when you see things like this, it's like right, the killer, the killer becomes the victim. And surely that can't be right. No. Surely it can't be right. When the killer becomes a victim, surely that can't be right. So there's some serious thing going on in what you call the way. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm doing what I do. You know what I mean? And I don't know all the ins and outs because I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a legal person. You know what I mean? But when you see something, the incompetence, you know what I mean, of what is going on, you know what I mean? It's just one of them things. It makes you think, my days. I don't swear. I shouldn't laugh really, but my swear word is my days. Some people say, my swear word is my days. So I keep it that way. That's me swearing my days. But as I say, the whole system looks like it's been incompetent. You know what I mean? And I don't know why people sort of put these. The other thing is, I can't understand. I really can't understand. I was keep bugging my head. I can't understand how this was like photograph of this man when he was being questioned and all this sort of stuff. I can't understand it. You know what I mean? The video. And the video circulated. And it goes on social media. And everybody, including myself, get a chance to actually talk about it and pass my own judgment or say how I feel about it. You see how ridiculous that is. You see how ridiculous that is. And I was say before, this is incompetency. Yeah. From those who are involved. Yeah. Yeah. Let me move on. Now, the war. I want to say a big shout out, Mick. Mick, I want to say a big shout out to you. The war. Now, the war has been going on for a while. In fact, the war has been going on, Russia and Ukraine. 4 months, 1 week, 6 days. The war has affected a lot of people. In Ukraine, in Russia, in Africa, and they even say it's affecting us because we can't get some of the things that we actually need in the UK. So, the cost of living crisis and that sort of thing. And it affects the rest of the world. Now, who's actually winning the war? I want to ask you. Well, so far, I don't think anybody's winning the war. However, there may be somebody who's actually winning the war. The guy with the arms, the guys who makes arms. Yeah. Because for every arms or every shell or everything that's been fired, it has to be replaced. Yeah. So, and Putin has said he won't end the war until Ukraine stop fighting. Yeah. Which is, I don't see happening. Now, sooner or later, somebody gonna have to start talking. Yeah. Because if you don't start talking, it's not gonna stop. And even though I'm sitting here nice in the studio in Birmingham, and I don't see a lot of people sort of thinking, whoa, the world could end. Nobody's taking it seriously. Or there could be a big nuclear thing fire. It's the reality of things. It's the reality of things. We may sit in here with a nice little house and nice little this and nice little that. But something could happen, And when it happens, bang. Do you know where your nuclear shelter is? I don't know. I mean, somebody said to me the other day, oh, what if it happens, Carl? Why don't you go to Scotland? No, it's no use going to Scotland because there's big bases in Scotland where the UK got a lot of stuff. So it's no use going to Scotland. I think it's better if I go to Wales. Well, it's not a joke. It's not a joke thing, you know what I mean? And I say, even though I laugh, it's not a joke thing. But we need this war to sort of calms, you know what I mean? Sort of calm down. And we see children have been suffering in Ukraine so badly, you know what I mean? And they say, I don't know how long this sort of thing is going to go on. I hope the US and NATO and all the different and Ukraine and Russia, you know what I mean? Because it's not getting any better. You know what I mean? And some people say it's going to go on for years and years and years. And I hope it doesn't go on for years and years and years. Because, as I say, sooner or later, you know what I mean? And I have noticed also a change in the UK where every day you used to sort of see it in the papers and the press. You don't see so often in the paper and the press anymore. I think people sort of think, you know what I mean? And because the cost of living crisis are actually affecting a lot of people here in the UK, people sort of be drawing now to the people sort of being drawn to the cost of living crisis in the UK. I'm not saying people are not thinking about the war anymore, but the war is not sort of at the top of the headlines anymore compared to when it was just started, you know what I mean? So we actually sort of need to see it sort of sort out and something get better. As I said, I'm having a little bit of technical issue with my microphone. So I don't know why that is. But we sort of need this change, you know what I mean? And hope things will sort of get a lot better. And the governments of the world, or NATO, or the Americans, or the UN, can sort of sort it out very, very soon, you know what I mean? And hope it's not affect us too badly again. Let's say, what do you think? Leave your opinion on the stream. It would be good if you sort of do something, you know what I mean? Leave your opinion on the stream. What do you think about what I'm trying to say here? What I'm saying about the war, you know what I mean? Leave your opinion. Let's hope it gets leave it and say let's say what you have to say, you know what I mean? And I just leave your opinion. Let me just check my microphone. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my microphone, but I don't know why that is. You know what I mean? I've been a little bit of technical issues. It seems all right to me, but it's not sort of coming through as it should this afternoon. You know what I mean? I've checked everything. It looks okay, but I don't know why it's part of playing up. Maybe because, you know what I mean, I'm talking about different issues and the microphone is, you know, is doing what it said. But leave your opinion. Let me tell you what's your opinion about the what is happening with the war? You know what I mean? What is actually happening? You know what I mean? Let me know. Let me know what is your what are you actually thinking about? Yeah. Let me say thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. My time is actually coming to an end. Let me say thank you for tuning into the program. We'll be back here very, very soon. Yeah. And as I say, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. As I say, my name is Carl. Don't forget, you can check out Breakthrough TV at gmail.com. And whatever thing you are actually having to do, you can come here and talk about it. Let's say, as you see, I do this each week. And say, you can, don't forget as well to share the program with your friends, you know what I mean? And do whatever you have to do. Let me say, thank you for tuning to the program. We'll be back here very, very soon, you know what I mean? And whatever you do, keep safe and look after yourself, yeah? And as I say, I want to say, once again, big shout out to Christine. Big shout out to you all these guys. Claire, I know you watch the program regularly. Let me say big shout out. Got a few people I got to say big shout out to, you know what I mean? You guys up there in Canada, you know who you are. Jennifer McLeod Wallace, big shout out to you. Also, Ian, how you doing, sir? Paula, how you doing? Big shout out to you. Andrea, big shout out to you. Let me say thank you for tuning into the program. Say, also Hector, how you doing in the United States? Big shout out to you. And all of you guys with birthdays, let me say thank you for tuning into the program. Yeah, hope all is well with you. Also, Christine, big shout out to you guys. Big shout out to you. Thank you for tuning in to the program. also you guys who support us on Facebook. Let me say thank you for tuning into the program. I say we'll be back here with another What's on Your Mind very, very soon. Thank you for tuning into the program. And I say once again, big respect to my wonderful mother, Mrs. Leonis, wherever you are in the world. Let me say, God bless you. It's been marvelous. And I'll say, I know she would have been taking part in this program. And I know she would have loved this program. It's only time. It's all to do with timing. And time is the master. As I say, thank you. My time is actually here. God bless you guys. Thank you for tuning into the program.
98.7 FM, Breakthrough Studios, and Reggae Jam Jam.
Planning an event? Do it professionally. Please contact Breakthrough Event Management Team and get everything under one roof for both indoor and outdoor occasions, birthday parties, bridal and baby showers, anniversaries, funerals, backyard BBQs and more. We offer a video and photography service, marquees, decoration and a PA system to hire, with popular new style radio DJs spinning old and new school hits. Please contact 07584 197 380 and book all your catering needs with Reggae Jam Jam catering service on 0787 244 3765. And remember, do it good and done.